guys, welcome to day 19. Today we are talking about making your dreams come true. We're going to check you on some couple things. It's not really going to be tough love. I think it's just going to be like a straight sucker punch to the gut in the funnest way, if that could ever be fun. But it'll be like a real talk for yourself and just a reality check, I think, more than anything. So are you ready? Now, yesterday we talked about this formula to success and how successful people become at this place where they're going to achieve all their dreams. And I want to take a second here to gut check you on something, because I saw a comment the other day. I believe it was on my TikTok, and I've been posting these daily short form videos, and someone commented, and I'm not saying it's bad. If it's ever bad, I delete it, which very rarely happens. But I don't think that this person meant it as a slight. I was more just thinking like, oh, girl, don't say that. But she said, it would take me 3 lifetimes to be able to afford that staircase. Why though? Why? So when we're talking lucky girl syndrome, that now that you know all about that, how opposite is that? And if the person that said that so happens to be on here, I love you. Like, I'm not even saying this as a bad thing. I'm more saying is stop selling yourself short, man. So you have the formula to success. It has nothing to do with like that said thing that you want is out of reach. It has everything to do with your mindset, which clearly needs to be checked, and how much you believe in yourself. And whoever hurt you or whoever told you that you can't, I'm here to tell you that you can. The second thing, which is definitely going to play into this, is your vision. So we're going to talk all about this tomorrow and just some really powerful things that you can do. But today what we're going to go over is your spending habits. And it doesn't need to take you 3 lifetimes to afford anything that you want. You could have these things in your possession. This is something that I've recognized in myself. If you really get to work and you really check yourself on what you're spending on, the sky's the freaking limit. And honestly, I don't care what your circumstances, what your family circumstances, the way that you were raised, the situation that you're in. Everybody has these extraordinarily difficult things that are mind-blowing. They might be suffering in silence and you have no idea, but don't compare yourself to the crap that you see on social media and discount yourself. Because you are selling your entire life and your worth and everything that you're capable of so short, and you're calling it out before you even stepped up to the plate to swing. So you've got this, you can do it, and it doesn't need to take you any lifetimes to do anything. You could literally start tomorrow and have it sooner than you think. So let's jump into spending and some things that you probably don't need so that you can afford yourself the things that really matter sooner. That's how you see success. So this is going to be a little bit of a gut check. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's think of something that is maybe in your shopping cart right now on any website. Let's call it Amazon. Like something that you want, but you've been like wavering back and forth. And we'll do this with a couple different examples. So I'm going to use my friend Sam as an example. We were talking about, like the little Disney dresses. She really wants to get one. And I was just talking to her about this. So if you have something similar to this, that it's basically a tchotchke and it's a frivolity, but it would make you happy, and you're not sure, and you're like, do I get this? Is this ridiculous? Let me take you through a spending flow. This is something that I do for myself, and sometimes it comes down to just, yes, it makes you happier and it is what it is, but if you can hone in on the stuff that you're buying just for that boost of serotonin/dopamine, you got to check yourself, because a lot of shopping most of the time is an addiction. It's a little form of, retail therapy is a real thing. And I think it's okay to do it once in a while if you are thriving and you're seeing growth in your bank account. But if you're not, you're going to have to check yourself. Okay. So let's do this. You want said dress. Do you love it? Yes, absolutely. Or I don't know. Well, if it's in your shopping cart, you probably love it and you probably want it. Did you need it yesterday? Yes or no? Probably not. Right? Like you didn't need it yesterday unless you have like an event and you need to, okay, so let's just say no. Can you borrow it? Probably not if it's that specific of an item. Is it a true necessity? I love you, but no. Would it improve your life? No, right? So don't buy it. So let's use another example. We're going to go through as many as we can. Let's say that there's a book that you really want to get that is maybe on something that could improve your life, or budgeting, or living your dream life, or whatever. Let's just say you have a book in your Amazon. I'm trying to think of different things that would have especially on Amazon. Does anybody else just leave a bunch of stuff in their Amazon cart? It'd be a fun game for me to pull up my phone and show you what's in there. Actually, there is one thing in there right now. I think I put like 1 or 2 things in there this morning, so we can go through that next. Should you buy it? If it's a book that is supposed to help you and better your life, do you love it? Yeah, probably. Did you need it yesterday? Yeah, Because if it's going to better your life, you probably wanted it yesterday and you just put it off or you weren't sure. So did you need it yesterday? Yeah. Can you borrow it? Maybe. And that would be your solution. Then it ends there. If you can borrow it, then absolutely. Incredible. If you can't, is it a true necessity? Yeah, because I think that it really depends. If you really think that the investment in this would better your life, then yes. Are you sure? Yeah. And if you really can't borrow it and that would be the only out, then buy it. So, okay, let's go through. We'll just call it as a category decor because shocker, Angie. But I have a wreath. If you saw my YouTube video where I unboxed the insane video, I never thought that Freeform would send me boxes of treasures, but they sent me like a handmade wreath and I need a wreath hanger. It's in my Amazon shopping cart. But do you have like a piece of decor or something that you really want? And you're like, so do you love it? Meh. I don't love the wreath hanger. I actually don't. It's not rustic. It's just ugly metal. So not really. Do I truly want it? Not really. Do I need it? Yeah, because it needs to hang the wreath. Can I borrow it? No, because it's good. They would take away from somebody else's wreath. No, I can't borrow it. Is it a true necessity? No. This is helping me. No. Would it improve your life? No. Because I could use rope. I could literally use rope. So don't buy it. Was that helpful? I literally just helped myself. I'm going to take it out of my Amazon shopping cart. So I do this a lot. I do this so often. Let's think about this in like a larger scale. So let's say you're looking at a house, like a big thing, like a trip or a house or a car or like a really important big purchase. So let's reverse a year, maybe a year and a bit. So we put I don't know if you know the story. We signed on the offer. We had to put 2 offers down on this house because they didn't budge on the first one. Didn't even counter. And we didn't even go that much lower. They were just like, nope, because the owners of this house loved this house, which made me that much more excited. And what happened is they moved away. Not that you need to know their story, but they moved away, different country. When we put the offer down on the house, we sat down and we really thought, do we love it? I mean, I am obsessed with this house. So yes, Andre, I think now loves it more than me. I was literally talking to my friend today and she was like, you guys thrive in that house. And I was like, honestly, it might be possible that Andre likes it more than I do. Do we truly want it? Yes. So I'm putting myself like a year ago. Yes. Can we borrow it? No. Hard no. Is it a true necessity? No, it wasn't a necessity to have to move, but for my mental health, yes. Am I sure? Yes. So buy it. So you can go through all these questions of, can you borrow it? Would it improve your life? Is it a true necessity? Do you really need it? Do you really love it? And hopefully that can help you. So does that give you some clarity on the things that maybe, and it's different for every person, by the way, and you got to really look inwards. So what are some things, let's just be honest and do like a little sharesies in the chat. What are some things that you have purchased recently that you know you didn't need, that probably set you back a little bit in your goals? And here's why I'm bringing all this up. If you were to add up all of the crap that you have bought over the past 12 months that you did not need, how much more money would you have right now? And I'm not saying to stop spending. There's some things that it just brings us joy and you got to do it and it's part of life and YOLO. But there is a certain point where Starbucks every single day is setting you back in your goals. And it's just frivolous spending for nothing. Just saying. My last question. So every day there's 3 things. So we went through the spending flow with a couple ideas. We went through your list of items that you may have purchased. My last question for you is, if you were to set up a time of day where you could go through a quick spending flow of what you have in your shopping carts, of what's come in that day, of what you've earned, what's gone out and what you've spent. And that's one thing I want to say. If you start budgeting and you just list out super simple, I bought Starbucks today for $7.50. I don't know if that sounds expensive to you, but that's pretty much how much it is in Canada. It's expensive. I bought Starbucks today. I got a wreath hanger off of Amazon, and you start adding up, this is how much money I spent. I got this much off of Uber Eats. If you were to add up your Uber Eats over the past month or 2 or the past year, would it be jarring? So gut check yourself on that. But what I would love for you to commit to today is, what time of day could you consistently stick to checking your budget and just working at your budget? And it doesn't have to be this big overwhelming thing of budgeting, just what came in, what did you earn, and what went out yesterday. So I like to do it in the morning. Andre does. It's the very first thing Andre does. He sits down at his computer, sips his coffee, does his budget every single morning. And he has actually said that it brings him so much peace of mind. And on the days where he is very anxious, he looks back and he's like, I actually didn't do the budget that day. So we're super hyper aware. And let me just leave you with this one final thought on this concept of how successful people don't just become successful because they're just making more money. We are not the type of people to ever have money leave our bank account and not know how it happened. So has it ever happened that you're on a subscription for, let's call it Disney Plus or Netflix, or a company is charging you month after month and you only find out like a year later and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been paying for this for so long. Has that happened to you? That's the issue. That should not be happening. So I got asked the other day, the day has now passed, so I can share this. Today is Andre's birthday as I'm filming this. So the Daily Grind team got together and got Andre a bottle of whiskey, and I pitched in with them. But because we live in Canada, it's a little bit more complicated for them to get it. So I said, I'll order it. And they said, well, we want to PayPal you. And being the mama bear of the Daily Grind, I said, no. And they're like, can we, like, come on. And I said, okay. So one of the girls at the Daily Grind just collected everybody's, I think it was like $12 from each of them. She collected it and she wanted to PayPal it to me, which is also shared with Andre. And she said, will Andre notice? I said, Andre will notice within 5 minutes that something has been deposited into the account, because that's how on it we both are with what's going out and what's coming in. So my point to you is, if you're very unaware of what's going in and what's coming out, simply, if I was to guess, because you just don't want to know, you're actually doing yourself the biggest disservice. So get into it. Don't play witness protection program where you're hiding from all of the information and all the data. It can help you so much to just be in the know and get super, super clear and super honest with yourself. So think about the spending flow of what's in your different shopping carts. Think about what you've spent recently and how that can compound over time to maybe purchasing something like a staircase that you think that only in 3 lifetimes you can get it, when you're probably much closer than you think if you just let go of this shit that doesn't matter. And then, I swear. And then when can you look at your budget? Every single day. Don't go into the witness protection program. Every single day. So I hope today was helpful. We're coming up on a pretty big day. So I got the thumbs up from the team, from Andre and everybody, that tomorrow I can go through some manifestation and vision with you guys. And then on day 21, I can share some big news. So make sure you're here tomorrow. Make sure you're all caught up. And then day 21, 3 weeks in, is going to be the big news and the big announcement, which you can guess all you want. Go for it. Try and guess. You're not going to guess. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope that today was a solid gut check for you. And I will see you very soon. Bye, dudes.